Good morning. That's not a very, I know some of you haven't had all your coffee yet this morning, but good morning. It's wonderful to be here. I'm very excited to be part of this first conference that really is going well, and we have got a lot of great energy and ideas here in the audience. I'm Noel+Schulz, and as Lee said, I'm the current IEEE Power and Energy Society president. And I'd like to talk just a little bit about this conference and how it was formed and how PES is part of it. So one of the things, I guess I figured we needed to have a cloud somewhere in this discussion as we talk about cloud computing and how that's impact on what we're doing. But some people came together and said, how can we figure out a way to coordinate what IEEE is doing in the electric vehicle area? And so partnerships and support became an important part of that. And you've already seen this mentioned. We had a bunch of groups, including the Power and Energy Society, say, this is important and we want to make this happen, and we want to see how we can work together for the greater good of IEEE. A lot of other partners came on, and what we have is our conference. And it's very exciting, I think, as Milan said, to have such a diverse group of folks at the table to talk about how do we get together and solve these technical problems and challenges in the electric vehicle area. So we have, with the support of a lot of different volunteers today, we're here as part of this International Electric Vehicle Conference. And it'll be a great couple days to have a chance to talk in the halls with folks that are solving different problems, have presentations, posters, plenary speakers. Our conference organizers have done an outstanding job of pulling together a lot of the key thought leaders as well as technical leaders, and we'll learn a lot over the next couple days. And what's yet to come is even more exciting as we look at tomorrow in the electric vehicle area. Publications, standards have been mentioned. Education, how do we educate those people? We've talked about that we have different cultures coming to the table, and how do we educate each other on what's happening in our particular area so we can best solve the problems in our particular expertise and technical focus. We also have social media activities out there with Twitter, LinkedIn, other ways for us to asynchronously make advances as a group. The web content, and then I have a question mark and ... because what else is out there? 5 years ago, Twitter and LinkedIn were something that weren't part of our vocabulary, and now it's an integral part of our technical content and activities. So PES is very excited to be a major sponsor of this conference and to be providing support both with our technical support as well as financially in moving this conference forward. And as Lee mentioned, we're very excited. PES is the third largest society within IEEE and growing, and activities related to the smart grid and electric vehicles are part of that as we look at the system level activities that related to making electric vehicles part of our everyday lives. So it's a very exciting time to be part of IEEE and the Power and Energy Society. We are a worldwide organization. Like this conference, we have representation in all 10 regions of IEEE, and that continues to grow, and I think is important in solving these problems because they're unique problems in different regions, and by having everyone at the table, we have diverse teams that come up with the optimal solutions. I won't have time to talk about all the different activities we have going in IEEE PES, but we just want you to know that there are lots of different functions in some of these areas, education and all the other activities, that we want you to know that membership in IEEE has its privileges, and encourage you to look into some of these different activities as they can help you in your technical activities. Publications are always an important part of IEEE, and PES is no different than any other society or group in there. And as you can see, this particular title page with electrification of transportation, there are lots of different transactions we have out there, the smart grid and sustainable energy that are recent. We also have our traditional transactions as well as Power and Energy magazine, which has a lot of current topics, and other publications such as our e-newsletter provide the latest and greatest activities that are happening related to electric transportation and smart grid activities. One of the big areas I think we've got an opportunity is to look at the pipeline for the power and energy sector, and electric vehicles is part of that. As we have new people coming to the table, and how do we provide that education and make sure we have that pipeline to be successful in our technical activities and to be able to have the next generation workforce for electric vehicles, for smart grid, and other electrical and computer engineering challenges of the future. And PES is really working to find different programs and benefits for each of these different arrows, and how do we make sure we maintain that workforce that's educated and has the background they need to be successful and to solve these challenges ahead. One of the activities that we're very proud of, a new activity from 2011, is our Scholarship Plus program, where PES has put up some funds and is doing fundraising to help encourage our pipeline and make sure we continue to have a workforce in this area. And electric vehicles is one of those areas that's helping us attract this generation into power and energy careers so that we can have the workforce, so we can have the technical expertise that works with today's engineers and becomes tomorrow's engineers. So I just want to say welcome to the conference. We're very excited that you're here. We hope that you'll have a chance to look at some of this information at another time. I just tweeted a little bit about Gordon Day's presentation. So keep up with Twitter, keep up with LinkedIn, the other different websites, and keep up with the activities, and let IEEE and PES be one of your sources for that information. Finally, I'd like to ask that in the back of your program, we've had this mentioned before, but I really can't emphasize enough the importance of this technical committee and the planning committee for this conference. So if you are a member of the technical committee or the program committee, if you could please stand at this time and be recognized. Stand. Some of you are out there. Thank you very much. So enjoy the conference. I'll be around, so if you have any ideas or suggestions on IEEE and PES activities, please don't hesitate to contact me. Have a great conference. Thank you.